Hello, everybody, and welcome to Creative Writing today. This is the class for Thursday, so greetings, Performing Arts Studio West clients, friends. This is your songwriting partner, your teacher, and your friend, Joe Seavey. And today we're going to be talking about creative writing. Now, what is creative writing? Well, there's so many ways to write songs, and there are exercises to get better at your ability to write songs. So today I devised a little exercise, and it's called Picture This. So what we do is we look at a photograph or we look at an image of something, and then we have to write about that and try to make a chorus out of it. So, there's a lot of, well, when I write lyrics, I always try to come up with imagery anyway. And sometimes a photograph or even a scene in a movie is enough to make me want to run to either grab my phone and put lyrics in it or sing a melody idea into my phone. I get all these images in my brain from either a scene in a movie, like I said, or it could be a photograph, or it could be, I could be out with friends and like suddenly the vibe and the feeling of fun and happiness and everybody's on a really cool, chill level. That'll even sometimes inspire me to write something. So like, you never know when the opportunity is going to present itself to you, but when you're writing on a schedule, like let's say you had a songwriting session with somebody from 3:30 to 5:30, and you're not inspired that day, well, what do? You have to force yourself to kind of open up that portal to creativity. So, I try to use a lot of things for inspiration, even when I'm not really ready to be inspired. Professional songwriters can't wait till an idea pops in their brain. They have to make that happen if they have a songwriting session that day or that specific time. And that's happened to me a lot over the years. When I had my own studio and we had a session from 6 to 10, I had to be creative whether I had any ideas or not. So these are some of the little ideas that you can get when you're, working on, or these little tricks, I call them Jedi mind tricks, to get yourself in a creative place so that you can open up and think about things, So I call this exercise, Picture This. We look at a picture of something and try to write a chorus based on the phrases that relate to images. And the images that I've chosen today were old photographs, like you're cleaning out your room or something, right? And suddenly you stumble on these old photographs, and naturally you're cleaning your house, and then suddenly you're sitting down. You're not cleaning anymore. You're on your hands and knees halfway in the closet, and you're looking at these pictures and putting them down, and suddenly you're transported into this whole new place, right? So what I want you guys to do at home, now I did my own, but I want you guys to try this at home on your own, okay? Look at an image, look at a picture, or even a movie, and try to write. It doesn't have to be a chorus, but it can be something that means something to you, that moved you somehow, and moved you in a way that inspired you to want to jot the idea down for yourself, right? It could be a love scene in a film, or a scene where two people are saying goodbye to each other at a train station, or, whatever it is, you should build something on that and try to be as creative as you can. Now, sometimes when I look at a picture, when it's a photograph, I look at things in there that I think could be key words for my chorus to build upon, right? So what I did tonight was I saw an old picture of a very pretty young woman, and the picture's old. In fact, here, I'll, hold on, I'll try not to futz with the camera too much. So this is the photograph, right? Now let's say this was an old girlfriend of yours. Or, you know, if you're a girl, like an old boyfriend, wouldn't look like that, of course, but you know what I mean. And so I based my whole thing on that image, right? Now, I don't know that girl. I just found her on Google, right? So, but regardless, you can use your imagination to envision a whole life that you guys had together at one point. I mean, you've seen enough movies, you've seen enough things where that could really happen, right? So the keywords are, and I set a couple of keywords, and you can do this for yourself too. Memories. Number 2, distance. 3, of course, the subject matter is a picture. And then the 4th one is feelings that came out of it when you saw it, right? So the key here is like an old photograph, right? So based on a memory, I wrote, I still think about you. And the second one in that is distance, right? Because you're no longer with this person, right? So a lot has happened between the time that you were with this person and your life now. You're maybe a different person today, right? But looking at that picture it takes you all the way back to that period of time. So the distance is, what I wrote for the distance segment of that is, even though we're worlds apart. So memories, I still think about you, and distance, even though we're worlds apart. And then, of course, the picture itself, which would be, you know, the picture of the girl I just showed you. Now, pretend that you've had a history with this person. I found your faded photograph, right? When you stumbled on that picture, all those memories flood back. You remember the moonlit walks and stolen kisses in a shadow, and all these romantic things that makes you feel warm inside when you relive it through this, and all of this from this photograph, right, from this picture. It's almost like a time machine, and so what do you feel after that? So the 4th word here is feelings, right? What did it do? I had 2 ways you could do this. It could be 1, and it filled my jaded heart, but that could be a little bit pessimistic. Or you could say, and it healed my broken heart. There's 2 ways of looking at that. Well, if you were angry that day and you had an attitude about this and that, and Jesus, this is this and this is that, and I'm so angry and I'm not happy today, and then you're like, I got to clean my house, it's a wreck, and then you find that picture, and suddenly you're not cleaning the house anymore. You're sitting on the floor and you're going through all these old, maybe you find some letters, maybe you find an old lipstick that she had, and left it at your house, or if you're a girl, your boyfriend's old t-shirt, and you still, you used to sleep in it or something, when he wasn't there, things like that. So, a song's job is to make you feel something. And see how when you put key words for each line in your chorus, you choose your words much more carefully because you only have a certain amount to say the most that you want to say in the shortest amount of time. So I hope I didn't throw too much at you, but this is, so the whole thing, and I didn't put a melody to this at all. Just is creative writing today. It has nothing to do with like, it does have to do with songwriting, but I haven't set a melody to this. But the whole thing again is memories. I still think about you. Distance, even though we're worlds apart. Pictures. I found your faded photograph and four feelings, and it healed my broken heart. Or, and it filled my jaded heart. Or there's a lot of words you could put in there in between. Now, you can try your own exercise based on those 4 key words: memories, distance, pictures, and feelings. You could do that. Or you could take a whole new approach and try to come up with your own chorus based on whatever it is that moves you. It doesn't have to be what I did. Mine was just a pure example. But it's just some food for thought. Anyway, I love you guys. I miss you all. I wish I could be in the room with everybody. But this is the best thing we can do right now. And we're going to keep moving. All right? I love you guys. Be safe and take care of each other. I'll see you soon. All righty.